Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome to the third place game of the Thornton Park Varsity Hockey Tournament, hosted by your Shaker Heights Red Raider team. We've got a minutes left in warm-ups, so let's give you the details of how today has panned out on Championship Sunday of this tournament. The championship game went to overtime, and Shaker lost to Rocky River yesterday. Rocky River went on to win it today in double overtime, the final 4-3. It was a thrilling game against Bowling Green, and now Rocky River goes back home victorious. Bowling Green must have had a sad bus ride back all the way home. Now today was supposed to be a 12:30 puck drop, but what did happen was Bowling Green wanted to go home. I mean, for all my parents watching, it is a school night. And so Bowling Green wanted to head back home as quick as they could today. And that is why Shaker versus Menor got moved up to today. Now Shaker, as I have just said, are playing the Cardinals of Menor High School. These two teams have already played once this season, and that was at the final game of the Rocky River tournament, the tournament that began the Red Raider hockey season. Menor lost by a score of 3-1. Shaker had a good output, but it was a sloppy performance nonetheless. They got the win, but at what cost? Or at least that's what you want to say looking at that performance. Multiple mistakes by the Red Raiders, but they did end up securing the victory. Now Michael Better going to be back in the crease to start today, and I believe we're going to be looking at different lines. These are the lines that head coach Matt Bartley put in place at the beginning of the final period yesterday against Rocky River. It's going to be Connor Mayhew at center. On his right, it's Will Brokaw. To his left, it's Sammy Gerber. We'll see how Connor Mayhew will perform. He had a hat trick in the first game of the tournament against Hudson. Shaker did very well in that game. Ended up mercying Hudson by a score of 13-3 by OHSAA rules. If it's a 10-goal differential, they will typically call it. Here's a pass. It's all the way up past the blue line of the Menor zone. The Menor defenseman skating around with it, attempting to clear. Cole Richard keeps it in momentarily, but he can't keep it going. Quentin Garnett now tracking down number 26. He'll try a centering pass, and Michael Better was hugging that right post. Luckily, Will Brokaw was first to get into that crease, and no damage was done. 14:20 left to go in period one. We play on. Number 34 skating down the ice, and right as he enters into the blue line, whiffs on a shot. Kalergis tracks down in the corner and throws it out to the neutral zone and eventually the Menor zone. And once again, this is the second line we saw at the very beginning of the final period yesterday against the Pirates. Three juniors out. It's Kiltz at center. On the right, it's Lenahan. On the left, it's Joey Moore. The defensive pair currently, Mayhew and Kalergis. And looks as though Shaker scored. Not sure if that was a pass in front. It was an odd, fluky little goal. It surprised just about everyone. And it was Lenahan to bury it. Woo! Lenahan shrugging his shoulders to the center of Menor. He must know it was an odd goal that was scored. And again, I think it took every single person in the stands out here in Thornton Park by surprise, but Shaker takes the early lead, not even a minute and a half into this one. There goes a shot on goal all the way down the ice. In the crease, the Menor goalie needs to stop it. Here's a pass in the neutral zone. It's turned over. Trem could not receive the pass cleanly. Menor picks it back up, wraps it around the boards.
Unassisted. Lenahan, unassisted, time the goal.
They'll rule the goal unassisted for Ryan Lenahan, or at least that's what we have been given by the stadium announcer. And now I think we might have a penalty called on this one, and we do. It is a roughing call on the assistant captain, Jonathan Kalergis. With 13:14 left to go in period number one, the assistant captain going to serve two in the sin bin. Shaker Already has a 1-goal cushion, but that isn't much cushion, especially heading in to a penalty kill. We'll see what Menor can get done here. Number 26 going up against the face-off against Brokaw. Right off the face-off win by Menor. Sammy Gerber skating in, takes a shot, and a good save by the goaltender. That was almost a shorthanded goal by the captain, set up by Will Brokaw. Great chance there for the Raiders on the penalty kill. Looking for a shorthanded. You never know. Could they double their lead to 2? And now Menor already going to take a timeout. That's an early timeout. We're less than 2 minutes into this one. But we'll be right back. We'll be taking a very brief timeout for the Menor timeout. We'll be back. Shaker up by 1, a minute 53 remaining on Calergis's roughing Minor. The Menor coach must not have liked how that power play has started for his team. As 7 seconds into that power play, it was all Shaker. Here's Richard sending it around the boards. It'll take an awkward bounce, then get to Sammy Gerber off the backhand. He cannot clear it just yet. Now over to 24 of Menor, looking for a shot. Good save. Rebound was given up, but immediately cleared by the Red Raider defenseman right in front of Better. Behind the net of Menor. It's now sent up to 26. 26 goes cross ice. 27. He's up against Benincasa. 2 juniors make the pairing of defense. It's Braden White and it's Andy Benincasa. The 2 forwards, Will Brokaw and Sammy Gerber. A minute left on Calergis's penalty. It's a 2v2 along the boards. It comes out. Sammy Gerber has eyes on it. He's going to join the collection of players along the boards and just dump it on down. That'll kill a lot more game clock off of this penalty. So Shaker today, it's an interesting uniform matchup. Both teams share that red color, and Shaker in white, Menor in gray. So it's a very interesting uniform matchup. We hope you can tell the color difference on our camera. Along the boards, number 24 bumped off the play, and now the play is behind the net of Michael Better. Andy Benincasa struggling to get the puck on his stick, but he eventually tries to clear it out. 6 Andre just keeping it in. And now he'll fight in the corner for puck possession, and he'll win it. Now over to the left of Better, taking a shot. He was just in between the goal and the boards to the left of Better. He'll rip a shot, and I believe that was tipped over the net, and that will kill the rest of Calergis's penalty. He's going to join the battle for puck possession in the corner. Lenahan banks it off the glass, and number 6 doesn't play it cleanly. And in the neutral zone, now it's going to be Connor Mayhew creating a chance of his own as the rest of his teammates hopping off for a change. And as he wraps it around the boards, no one's there. Andrews creating a chance for Menor. He's behind the net. Does he have any pass? He does not. So he's just gonna make an entire circle around Michael Better's net. He'll take a shot, and a glove save by Michael Better. Garnett trying to clear. He eventually does with the help of Mayhew. Mayhew now skating it up on his own. Dangles around one man looking for a shot, and that just barely saved. Oh! Arth right after the whistle shoved down to the ice. Not sure if any penalty will be assessed. It doesn't look like there will be. But a little cheap shot on the freshman in the crease. 10:26 left to go in this first period of action. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Your team is up by a goal as we begin this one. They're less than 100 seconds into the game when Lenahan buried a shot that surprised basically everyone in this arena. No one knew that was going to happen, but happen it did. And now she's up by 1 on the scoreboard. We're trying to wrap this around. It's to 28. We don't have this on our rosters. Number 28 is not on our rosters. We can assume it's Aiden Salmon, as A number 16 is not on the ice, but we'll get confirmation on that to you as soon as we get the confirmation ourselves. But number 28 is out there, 16 is not. Again, we can assume that that is Aiden Salmon, especially as he is on this third line currently. Ian Hunter also out as a forward, and now he's going to hop off for a change. Behind the net of the Menor side of the ice. They're working to clear it out. So far, unable to do just that. It's a one-goal game. Shaker has the lead. And it's just barely going to escape the zone. Kalair just looking to dump it back in. He'll skate right in front of the red line of center ice and dump it right back in. 9 minutes left to go in this first period of play. Behind the net, Brokaw and Gerber work together. It's Brokaw getting it over to Mayhew, and it's just poked away. Back to the neutral zone for Kalergis. Looking to clear it back out, and then he lays the boom, and oh, the ref gonna call a penalty. They're gonna call the hit too high up on the player, and that's already Kalergis' second penalty of the game. He had one in yesterday's affair, and now it looks like the Cardinal is still down on the ice. And we're going to get a 5-minute major on this. This is the first 5-minute major assessed to the Red Raiders this season. And along the boards, that Menor Cardinal is still down. So we are going to take a very brief break, hopefully brief enough, so we can say he got up quickly. Or maybe we won't. He's back up. He is definitely responsive. Trainer Bob, let's give him a shout out. He's the physical trainer for this Red Raider hockey team. Him and Trader Jordan work together to ensure the safety of this Red Raider squad, but also when an opponent also gets injured, as we're seeing right now along the boards, he's still a little late to get up. And now he will skate off on his own doing. That was number 24, Bobby Ivankic. Or at least we can assume that's the pronunciation of his name.
21, Jonathan Kalergis, 5 minutes.
So now we are getting the 5-minute major
Head contact.
for Kalergis for the head contact hit. And this is going to be a rough time for Shaker to kill it. However, they did start off their last minor penalty kill. They started off rather well, and it forced Menor to take a timeout. And Shaker was doing well offensively. And now it looks like here we're going to have a hand pass ruled on Menor with 8:38 left to go in this first period of play. 4:51 left to go in Kalergis' major penalty. 5-minute major. Again, the first one that has been assessed to the Raiders this season. Here's a pass to the front. Brokaw tries a backhand shot. 2 chances for the senior, who has just made a great impact on the offensive production of these Red Raiders. They're looking for a shorthanded goal. And now he's looking for a steal back in the defensive zone. Now here's a shot, and that just tipped, I believe, by Sammy Gerber right in front of the shot. 8:10 left to go in period number 1. It's into the corner to the left of Michael Better. It'll move to the right of Michael Better. Trying to clear it out was the freshman Cole Richard. He couldn't get it out. Number 6 was right there along the blue line. Here's a shot, and that's a bit too elevated. It goes up and into the glass. Andre, number 6, going to pick it up. And there, looking for a shot attempt. It's wide on that netting. And now Shaker's going to get the opportunity to dump it all the way down. 7:35 left to go in this first period of action. Shaker still has 3:45 left to go on Kalergis' major penalty. It was for that up on the head hit, which is just, you can't do that, especially not in hockey. They're going to call that just about every time. In the corner to the left of Michael Better. Mayhew's now out. The other forward is Ryan Lenahan. Here's a shot, looking for a rebound try. Now it's loose. Better somehow makes the save. Holy. Now he looks a little slow to get up after the play, but eventually he will head back into the crease. Referee checks up on him. He is still okay to join the play. We play on. Here's a shot that goes wide to the right of Michael Better. Off the boards, can Benincasa get there first? He cannot. Speed, not exactly his strong suit. 3 minutes left to go on the major penalty. Up to the point, number 45, goes cross ice. Here's a shot. Good block by Andy Benincasa. Falling down to the ice, he's going to get right in that shooting lane. And Shaker's going to get the chance to clear it out. Great defensive play by the big man. 6:20 left to go in period number 1. Lenahan working to get working to get an offensive zone turnover, just not able to get one there. Great block of the shot by Garnett. More than likely coincidental, but Shaker's going to take the chance to clear it on out. As now we've got 2:15 left to go in the major penalty. Garnett back on his side of the ice. He's going to dump it all the way down off the hand of Menner's number 27. 5:50 to go in the period. 2 minutes left to go in Kalergis' major. Andrews skating down the left side. He's going to wrap around the net, and we've seen this from him already, just skating all the way around. Brokaw with a good poke check will break up that pass and send it into the neutral zone. Andrews going to work right back inside of the zone. Brokaw just trying to clear it, not able to just yet. It's Richard and Brokaw, 23 and 13 up along the boards. 2v2 Menner comes out with it. And now it's another puck battle along the boards. It's a 3v1. Brokaw will join it, making it a 3v2, but the Raiders still undermanned. Shaker will clear it out of that zone behind the net. And it almost gets back to the point, but Brokaw going to intercept a pass and dump it all the way back down. 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go on Kalergis' major penalty. Behind the net of the Menor goaltender. It's number 34, looking for a cross-ice pass. Brokaw gets in the lane. Can he center it himself for a good shot? He takes one shot. He's tripped up down on the ice. Looks like we don't have a call. Brokaw asking for one. But a good save by the goaltender. And we await a face-off. It looks like it'll be to his right, or the referee going to change it over to his left. And the forward pairing is going to be Moore and Mayhew. The defensive pairing going to be Cam Mayhew and Andy Benincasa. Got two Mayhews out on the ice current. There's a poke check by Connor Mayhew. Now, it'll let the puck escape into the corner. Benincasa working on number 7 for the puck possession. It's a 2v2 for puck possession. Now Moore trying to send it around the boards. Takes an awkward bounce, but right to a Red Raider. Clearing attempt number 2 will get it all the way down the ice. The 4 Raiders going to stay on. Moore chasing down number 45. He won't win the race to the puck. Number 45 going to create a chance the other way. Looking to send it up to the point. Number 16, Moore taking a whack at it to dump it down. Nothing doing. Here's a shot. It's tipped up and into the netting as Kalergis' penalty is killed. 3:46 left to go in period number 1. That's a way to gain momentum. Shaker kills off a 5-minute major. Woo! Great defensive work by your Shaker Red Raiders, fighting for third place in their host tournament. Here's Kiltz. Trying to get it over to Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter didn't know it was coming for him, but he will pick it up behind his skates. In the neutral zone, he'll dump it in. 3.5 left to go in period number 1. It's behind the net with Kilt and Hunter battling for the puck. Lenahan going to the slot. Now Richard has a shot. Looking for a rebound chance. Is it in? They blew it dead with 3:20 left to go in the first period. That was close. Shaker with another good opportunity to double their lead. So far, it remains a 1-goal deficit. 1-0 is your score. Lenahan to take the face-off. To his right, it's Ryan Kiltz. To his left, it's Hunter. He's been acting as a forward in a couple of games this season. Here, head coach Matt Bartley going to give him that position once again. The freshman, Richard, trying to clear it. Not able to yet. Now, Lenahan with the help of Kiltz. It'll be kept in at the point. There's a shot that's blocked by Lenahan. Lenahan centering it over to Kiltz. Can Kiltz get a good shot away? He cannot. He's bumped off the play, and the puck will glide right to the goaltender. Shaker with another good chance. It seems like it's just a matter of time till Shaker buries their second. We'll see if that is the case, maybe even before this period expires. The first line back out. Brokaw is the man to take the face-off to the left of the goaltender. Brokaw along the boards. He was looking to get it over to Cam Mayhew. Just wasn't able to keep it in. Kalair just dumps it right back down the other side of the ice, and it'll be ruled an icing. He just was behind that red line of center ice. 2:40 to go in period number 1. Shaker up by 1. Face-off will be to the right of Michael Better. To his right, he gets in position. It was Mayhew taking the face-off. He will lose the face-off. And number 7 holds it behind the net of Better. Now number 5, Sammy Gerber looking to get it up to Mayhew. Mayhew and Gerber were up against that blue line. Shaker just trying to get it out. Are they able to yet with the help of Kalergis? Yes, they can. Now here's a chance for Brokaw. He's got Gerber to center it. There's a pass and the shot just won't connect. That was close. Looking for a one-time chance was the captain Gerber. Just not able to bury it. Good chance for the Raiders once again. Less than 2 minutes left to go in this first period. Behind the net. Will Kiltz keep it in? Yes, he will. One of the Cardinals trying to wrap it around for a clear. Kiltz was still there. Now, centering pass. No one home. We're back the other way. 95 seconds left to go. Number 8, Andrews. Looking for a centering pass, and that won't connect. It goes all the way to the opposite boards. And along those boards, will Menor maintain puck possession? Yes, they will. Shaker trying to get a turnover. There's an easy save for Michael Better as he sends it into the corner to his right. Now here it's up to Joey Moore. He's going to be the lone Red Raider. He's forced to take a shot as he's only up against one Cardinal. And the shot wasn't exactly a quality one. 1 minute left to go in the first period. Here it's Lenahan. Lenahan working with Kilt. They're up against 3 Cardinals. He'll take a shot right as he enters into the blue line. And that shot will be held onto and frozen with 52 and a half seconds left to go in the first. Shaker still up by 1. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Owen. Your team battling for third place in their host tournament against a team in which they beat earlier in a tournament 3-1, and that is the Menor Cardinals. Here's a shot right off the draw from Quentin Garnett that will be a good save by the goaltender. These two teams faced each other last year in the same position, that third place tournament, and it was a tie. It was 2-2. Now, fortunately, we did not get an actual third or fourth place separating either of the two teams, and that was because they had to get set for the next game after here at Thornton Park. And so All the players were wanting a shootout, wanting an overtime, wanting something to separate the two teams, but unfortunately, the scorer's table just could not allow it as there were more games happening on this ice that day. Maybe today we have something going. This is the final game of the tournament. Shaker played in the first game of the tournament and the last game of the tournament. Here's a pass that goes awry. He was looking for Joey Moore, but it's out of his reach. And that's going to be an icing, courtesy of Quentin Garnett sending it up. 19 left to go. In the first period, Shaker remains up by 1. Face-off to Michael Better's left side. Here's a shot off the face-off, and he'll make a stick save. And now Mellis trying a shot, and that cannot get through. I believe that was going wide regardless, and now Quentin Garnett trying to clear. Must have been hit by some sort of stick in front as it heads up into the netting. The Menard goaltender stays out. They're not going to try any late period heroics. Here's a shot right off the draw, and I believe that one was wide. Here's another shot. Michael Better hopping up to try and bat it away, but regardless, it'll be off target, and that will take us to the end of the first period. Shakers up by 1. It's a 1-0 score as Ryan Lenahan got the unassisted goal that we're still not exactly confident on how that one ended up into the back of the net, but end up in the back of the net it did, and the Raiders are up by 1 heading in to the first intermission. We'll see if your Red Raiders can keep this up. They killed the 5-minute major penalty on Jonathan Kalergis for that head up high. Hopefully that player is all right as well. But as we get set for the second period, we will head off to intermission. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We still got 30 minutes of ice hockey here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome back to the J.M. Bartley Arena at Thornton Park. Shaker, for the moment, enters into the second period of play up by one singular goal. It's not a big cushion, but at least they're not down by one. These two teams faced each other last year in the same spot. This is a third place, fourth place game for the tournament. Today, it was Rocky River beating Bowling Green in the finals. That took place at 12:30. In exchange for this game, that puck drop was set for 5:15. The reason being as to why the games were switched was because Bowling Green, on a school night, wanted to get back as soon as they could because they have a larger commute, 2 hours back home. And of course, Shaker and Menor are right up here in Northeast Ohio. Here's Menor's number 36 looking for a shot. Nothing doing. He was up against the captain, number 17, Quentin Garnett. The real reason as to why Shaker was prohibited in offense for the majority of that of that first half was due to the fact Jonathan Kalergis had 7 minutes of penalties. He had 1 minor for roughing, and then a 5-minute major for a hit to the head, which in high school hockey, these referees are going to call that every time, as you just cannot afford to have high school players injured. Not at this level. In the NHL, that's more than likely much more acceptable, but regardless, a hit to the head here in high school is just not the same. So Menor went 0 for 2, however, on their power plays. Shaker didn't have an opportunity at all on the power play, and I think because of those 7 minutes of power. Oh, here's a pass to the front for Lenahan, looking for a shot. Second chance, and no one's going to be able to hit the puck. 3 players passed it. It was Kilt, Lenahan, and Moore. None of them could get a stick on things, and Menor's going to take it the other way along the boards. Kilt's working to clear it out. He's up against 2 Cardinals. Here's a centering pass. Shot made. That goes just wide. It was up onto the glass. Second shot, and a good save by Michael Better. He just lowers the glove of the left hand down to the ice. He'll snatch it up and away to whistle. But the really dominant stat of the first period was the face-off totals. Menor won the face-offs 12-4. That's 75% of the face-offs in that first period. I mean, Shaker also has been struggling a bit with face-offs against a lot of their opponents. Lenahan probably the one doing the best job at face-offs. And now, looks like Ian Hunter's going to get called. It's 2-minute minor for interference. That's 9 minutes of penalties for the Raiders so far. And we still have 12:37 left to go in the second period. Brokaw right off the draw will clear it. Gerber trying to track it down to perhaps get a breakaway chance and a short-handed goal, but nothing doing. Menor with some 5-on-4 time advantage them for the minute. Once again, it's number 8 with his signature move skating all the way around. And number 34 must be a little aggravated about that. He just took it back to the neutral zone.
Offside. Correction, Menor offside.
Face off right outside the Shaker blue line. It's going to be Menor winning it, but they seem to struggle to get it into the Shaker zone right off the bat. Let's see what they can do. The defensive pairing at the moment, the captain, Quentin Garnett, and the freshman, Cole Richard. The 2 forwards for the moment, Gerber and Brokaw, trying to clear it out. 34 keeping it in. Gerber's second effort, not going to get there. Here's a chance for Garnett to clear. And it went right to a Cardinal, but eventually they'll clear it out of danger, and right after that, puck flies up and into the netting. 11:43 left to go in period number 2. 1:07 to go in Hunter's minor 2-minute penalty. It was for that interference call. Mayhew doesn't win the faceoff. Once again, add one more to Menor. 11:35 left to go in the second period. Less than a minute left to go on the interference minor. Kalergis, the man of that first period. He had 7 penalty minutes. Here's a shot that goes wide. I believe it was tipped out in front. Here's number 22. We'll go cross ice to the point 27. 27 pressured by number 6, Connor Mayhew. Now here's a pass. Blocking the shot, it's Andy Benincasa. And he has been blocking shots left and right. And now he got a face-off to Michael Better's left side. If you're on the blue line, to that right side. Face-off won by Menor. Once again, it's at the point for 45. Into the corner. 26, cross ice. Here's a shot. Looking for a second chance, and it's all the way up in the air. Benincasa going to take it out. Will he clear it? He will, just barely. Menor sends it back in. Benincasa's second try goes all the way down the ice. 10 seconds left to go on Hunter's penalty. He is standing up in the box. He's ready to join the play once again. And that one, the puck finds its way right to the crease. The goaltender going to lay down the leather and away to face off. Number 1, our goaltender for Menor today, that's Ryan Wilkinson. Lenahan to take the face-off. Kiltz is to his right. It'll be won by Menor. 16 skating behind his own net. And that's going to allow time off the clock. Ian Hunter right out of the box, joining the play. He's adding a bit of intensity to the ice already. He is skating all over the place. And in the corner to the left of Michael Better, it goes. Now behind his net, he's hugging that left post. He'll move to the right post, but it's in possession of Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan trying to move it up to Ian Hunter. It's out of his reach. And now a clearing attempt kept in. It's by the freshman Cole Richard. Now from one point to the opposite corner to the right of the goaltender. Over to that opposite corner to the left of the goaltender. We're all up against the boards at the moment. And now Menor has a chance the other way. It's number 11 leading the rush. Here's a shot. And a good butterfly save, sending the puck into the glass. And Shaker's going to pick it up. Clearing attempt. And they will get it to the neutral zone. Not much further than that. Good stick lift by Lenahan. And it'll get it all the way back into Shaker territory. In Shaker possession. A pass goes awry. It was Garnett looking for Kiltz. Kiltz looking to hop off. And now he will. Now Lenahan. Lenahan cannot move it up either. It was a matter of puck possession against Rocky River. And Shaker once again showing signs of sloppy passes that just are not connecting from player to player. Here's number 8. It's Andrews. He'll pass it over. Number 26. Back to Andrews. Cross ice. He'll lead the rush. Will he skate all the way behind the net and circle through? That's his signature move. We've seen it 3 times already. But he won't get the chance as this puck flies over the netting and out of play. We'll get a replacement puck. And with 8:47 left to go in period number 2, we're going to have a face-off in Red Raider territory. Shaker still up, but only up by 1. 1-0 is your score with 8:47 to go in the second. Brokaw attempting to clear it. He cannot, even with the stick extension along the boards. It's just a battle to clear it for Shaker at the moment, but also set up offense the other way. Mayhew, a good blocked shot, sticking his legs together. Now here's a pass all the way up to the point. Can Brokaw get there first? He's in a race against number 6. Good stick lift, looking for a shot. Great chance created by Brokaw, but a better save by number 1, the goaltender, Wilkinson. Now here's a shot by number 7, a good blocker save by Michael Better. He'll dump it into the corner. Brokaw, good blocked shot. It'll go all the way down to the other end of the ice. Can Sammy Gerber pick it up? He'll bump one man off the play. Lenahan to Gerber. Shot! And that goes just wide. It's still in play. Thought that one went up into the netting. Here's a shot by Cam Mayhew. And now it's behind the net. We're still going. Another pass over to Cam Mayhew. He had a great lane to shoot. He just couldn't pick up the pass cleanly enough. Benincasa off the backhand. It'll bank off of one Cardinal. Here's a chance for Lenahan. And after the shot, he's taken down to the ice. And my goodness, high intensity these last couple minutes. Shaker still up, but only by the one that they got in the first 2 minutes of the first period. They've been without scoring for what seems like too long at this point. Here's a clear out to the neutral zone. Braden White works on one man in the Menor zone. White did have a costly turnover in that game yesterday against Rocky River, but there was a lot of sloppiness in that game regardless. Shaker really struggled with their puck possession late in that game. Here, the Cardinals going to dump it into the Raider zone. Benincasa going to dump it right back out to the Menor zone. 7 minutes left to go in period number 2. Braden White and Andy Benincasa, the defensive pair. There, White going to take down a man. Surprisingly, no penalty. And now behind the net of Michael Better. He's hugging that right post. And now will Shaker get another penalty? It looks like they will. And Joey Moore, I believe, is who it will be called on. It's a cross-checking. And he will be sent to the box. And it's another 2-minute minor on the Red Raiders. This time it's number 24, Joey Moore. He is most definitely the most physical player on this Red Raider team. They're just getting a little too physical, and it'll cost him. Here, a good clear by the freshman Richard. In the neutral zone, Brokaw gets it back to Richard. Richard whiffs on a clearing attempt. Garnett going to pick it up. He'll clear it instead. Picking up the trash, the captain, Quentin Garnett. Just under 6.5 to go in the second period. 1:35 left to go in Moore's minor penalty for cross-checking. Looking for a centering pass. Will not connect. Trying to clear it out was Gerber. Now here's a chance by 24. Great blocked shot by Will Brokaw. Garnett going to clear it out. Shaker's penalty kill has been flawless today. 70 seconds left to go on Joey Moore's minor penalty. Here's a shot. And a good save by Better, looking for a second chance. Better going to throw down the leather. And eventually we will get the whistle. 1:04 left to go in Moore's cross-checking minor. 5:50 to go in the second period of action. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We're having a lot of fun here at the JM Bartley Arena. Face-off, won by Menor. Looking for a backhand shot is number 8. That's Andrews. And shooting lane closes up. He'll carry it behind the net. Trying to wrap it around the boards. Lenahan is right there. But immediately it's turned back over. Here's a shot. Good save by Michael Better. Good work by the junior today. He has so far faced 11 minutes of penalty kill, and he has been under fire in the crease. But so far, he hasn't let one pass through. 45 seconds left to go off the face-off win of Menor. It'll clear all the way back to the neutral zone. 6 dumps it off to 34. 34 off the boards to Andrews. Can Kiltz pick up a turnover in the neutral zone? He barely cannot. And now in the corner, Benincasa looking to get a turnover and take it the other way with the help of Kiltz. Now it's a 2-on-2 battle for it. Once again, Kiltz just unable to get the job done. Here was a centering pass that just goes awry. It'll end up right in the glove of Michael Better. He will hang on to it and wait for a whistle and eventually a face-off. 15 seconds left to go in period 15 seconds left to go on Moore's penalty. 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Here, face-off 1. Benincasa clears it immediately. Great clear. Quick clear by the junior defenseman. On the other side of the ice, Sammy Gerber up against number 34. He'll hold them up for a minute, and that will give Joey Moore just enough time to get out of the box and join the play. He's out there with Gerber and Brokaw. Here's a shot that goes wide and all the way to the neutral zone. And he's taken down immediately by Joey Moore, and he's going to be right back in the box, I think. Another hit up high.
How many penalties you guys want?
And as quickly as Moore was out of the box, he's right back in. And now it's another 5-minute major. My goodness.
You guys don't know hockey. Who's going to take this 5 minutes? The other guy that comes out. Oh. Surprise, surprise. Get another one.
Give him a 10-minute misconduct.
He's supposed to go to the other guy.
The senior penalty is to number 24, Joey Moore.
There you go.
5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct. For
Joey Moore also going to get a 10-minute misconduct. That is just brutal. Right after the faceoff win by Shaker, clearing it out was Cole Richard. Shaker really struggling to hold on to this one-goal lead. So far, they've done just that. But my goodness, this is going to be 16 minutes of penalties for the Raiders when this 5-minute major is all said and done. Looking for 16, moving it forward and not able to get a clean shot away. Here's Lenahan. On the other side, he'll pick it up, hold on to it for just a minute. And number 45 going to hit his stick, and eventually it'll move the Cardinals' way. Garnett on the other side of the ice, going to clear it all the way over onto the glass. But it's kept in at the point. 34 tries a shot, looking for a secondary chance. That goes just wide. Garnett working to clear it out. He's tripped up, no call. From point to point we go. 34 is a lane to shoot. Looking for a tip was number 7, but instead it was a good glove save by Michael Better. 3:30 left to go in the second period of action. 3:50 left to go in Moore's major penalty. That's the second major penalty of the game. This one flies up into the netting. We await a face-off. My goodness, Shaker just needs to be more disciplined than what they have shown today. 16 minutes of penalties through 2 periods. That's 2 majors on Kalergis and on Moore. There's a minor on Kalergis and Moore, and a minor on Hunter as well. That's 16. 3:35 left to go in Moore's penalty. Keep in mind he also has that 10-minute game misconduct, so he will have to stay in the box for those 10 minutes, but it will be, of course, 5-on-5 ice hockey for the Raiders. On the Red Raiders side of the ice, Brokaw's going to pick it up, try to clear it, but with a kick of the skate, it'll be number 45 keeping it in, but a great effort once again from Andy Benincasa. He has just been incredible on the penalty kill so far. Now Kalergis trying to end it around the boards and out of the blue line, not able to yet. Now Brokaw getting it to Kalergis just out of his reach. Menner's back with it. Around the boards we go. It's with Andrews. He's up against Mayhew. Mayhew and Benincasa work together. And now here's a chance for Mayhew. Can he get a breakaway? Yes, he can. Here's a shot. Good save by number 1. Wilkinson on the save, and he keeps it a 1-goal game. We're back to the neutral zone. Quentin Garnett holds on to it. He loses it, but he's back with it. That was almost a dangerous chance for number 14, tracking him down. 2:22 left to go in the penalty. We play on. And there's just about 110 seconds left to go in the second period. So this will take us past the end of the second period. Here's a shot by 45. Good blocked shot by Kilt. A lot of great blocked shots by these Raiders. And this is a very physical game of hockey to this point. Unfortunately, we must also take into account that Shaker has 16 minutes of penalties due to the fact that they have been playing just a bit too physical. Here it's all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing on Menner. So we're going to go all the way down to the other side of the ice. Shaker still up by 1, but at this point it's feeling really shaky since Shaker continues to get these penalties. It's just not feeling like a safe deficit, but so far Shaker's penalty kill has been phenomenal. Sammy Gerber loses the faceoff as number 24 will hold on to it. Trying to clear, he cannot. Excuse me, that was 34 trying to clear it over to his teammate. Shaker keeps it in, but now we get the rush going. Pass over to number 7. It's going to hit off his skate and glide into the corner for Garnett to wrap it around the boards. And he won't get any help. It'll be kept around the blue line. Menner's going to keep it in. There's another blocked shot, that time by Kalergis. Not sure if he meant to be in the lane, but in the lane he was. Now great work by Brokaw. He's moving it up with Sammy Gerber. Here's a shot by Brokaw. And a good save by number 1 Wilkinson. And now a collision along the boards after the whistle. I think it was incidental. It was the captain, Sammy Gerber, and one of the Cardinals in gray and white. 1:11 left in Joey Moore's 5-minute major, 45.8 seconds left to go in the second period of action. Lenahan to take this face-off. Mayhew out there as a forward as well, the defensive pair, Kalergis and Garnett. Kalergis in the neutral zone, dumps it right back in. Lenahan's the lone Raider forward to chase it into the corner. Not much time for Menner to get anything going in the dying seconds of the period. Good work by Mayhew to get the puck free from the Cardinal. Quentin Garnett going to pick it up and dump it right back down. 22 left to go in the second period. Here's an offensive zone turnover. Mayhew trying to keep it that way, and Lenahan just not able to keep it inside of the zone. Delayed offsides. They both touch up in the neutral zone. 10 seconds left to go. What can Menner do in the dying seconds? It's 14, skating it up the right wing. Garnett pins him up against the boards. Creates a turnover. The puck goes to Lenahan. He dumps it down. That will take us to the end. Or excuse me, it was kept in the zone. But still, nothing doing for Menner. That'll take us to the end of period number 2. So we have been through 30 minutes of hockey. Shaker has had 16 minutes of penalties. That is just rough. 2 5-minute majors, 3 2-minute minors, and Shaker somehow has not let in a single goal. It's 1-0 your score. Shaker leads it in the battle for bronze here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. My goodness, we still have 15 more minutes to go. We'll see if Shaker can play a clean period of hockey. And if not, we'll see if they can just hang on to this lead. Shaker up by 1. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will see you after this intermission. Hello once again, Shaker Heights hockey fans. We are here for the final third period of this varsity hockey tournament at the Thornton Park Ice Arena. Shaker, so far playing a rough game. 16 minutes of penalties through 30 minutes of hockey. There's a trip that is not called right off the draw. Sammy Gerber was the man to fall down to the ice. We do not get a call. But now here's a chance for Sammy Gerber. Struggling to keep the puck in his possession. Now he'll just dump it into the corner. It'll be Ian Schneiberg coming out of the box. He was serving Joey Moore's 5-minute major. Joey Moore still has 10 minutes on that game misconduct before he's out of the box. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound given up. And that goes wide and into the corner. We're back to 5-on-5 ice hockey. Shaker just needs to play a clean period. Here's a good centering pass. Mayhew struggles to keep the puck on his stick as he's bumped off in the middle of the zone. And now it's Brokaw struggling to keep with it against the blue line of the Shaker zone. So far, men are yet to score a single penalty. Or excuse me, yet to score on a power play chance, but they're yet to commit a single penalty of their own. Kalergis trying to clear it out. Takes an awkward bounce off the boards. And now here's a 2-on-2 chance. It's Connor Mayhew working around one defenseman. He'll take a shot, and that's blocked by 16. Now here's a centering pass to Lenahan. He's got the lone goal of the game. In this third place game, Shaker is for now in place to secure bronze in this tournament. Here's Lenahan sending it up. Kiltz in the neutral zone battling against 45. Not able to pick up the puck as he was tangled with number 45. Here's a shot that is way high and up into the glass. And this is cleared all the way down. Icing is waved off. It hit off of the stick of 34 of Menor. Shaker is really losing the shot totals after that second period, and that is mainly due to, through those first two periods, majority of the hockey game was on the penalty kill for the Raiders. Here Menor clears it out of the zone. It's to Benincasa. Looking to co-defenseman Cam Mayhew. Mayhew whiffs on a dump, but Kiltz will pick it up. Back to co-defenseman Benincasa. Benincasa all the way down the ice. It's to Juan. Juan bumped off the play. Can he pick it back up? He's against number 6 of the Cardinals in gray and red, and he's not able to get back to it. We haven't seen a lot of the third lines of offense due to the fact that it has been a primarily defensive game for the Raiders, as it has been a lot of time on the penalty kill. This team has been 0 for 5, now 0 for 6 on penalties. And that comes off of, or excuse me, I believe they're just 0 for 5. They face 2 major penalties, one by Moore and one by Kalergis. They each also got a minor. Ian Hunter got a minor as well. So that's 3 minors, 2 majors, and Menor has just been struggling on their offensive output. 12 minutes left to go in the third period. We play on. Here's a clearing attempt that won't get through. There's a shot. Looking for a rebound. Chance off the backhand. 26 can't get a shot off. Now all the way down the ice. Will Mayhew win the race there? He will. He's thrown into the boards. And Menor will take it back the other way. In the neutral zone, Garnett picks it up. Gets it over to Mayhew. Mayhew kicks it back to Brokaw. Brokaw trying to dangle around number 8, Andrews. Shaker really just needs to maintain control of the puck in the final minutes of the game. Granted, we still have 11 and a half to go. Mayhew dumps this one down. Icing waved off. He was on that red line of center ice. Keep in mind, 28 is out. We believe that is Aiden Salmon, as we don't see a 16 out as well. And he is out with this line that he has been out with really all throughout the season, except the first lines have been switched up a little bit. Colin Arth is out currently with Juan and Salmon. Here's Juan with Salmon on the rush. Shot made. Good save by the goaltender, Wilkinson. For the moment, face-offs really still advantage Menor. After the first 2 periods, it was 21-10. We'll see how they fare on this one. And now we'll get a change of lines. It'll be a different looking second line of offense as Ian Hunter is acting as a forward with Moore still in the box for the 10-minute game misconduct. Ian Hunter looking to send it back up to the blue line. No one was home. Each defenseman were at their respective points, and the pass went right through that middle of the blue line. Here's Kiltz looking to wrap it back around. Well, who will pick it up? It'll be Shaker to wrap it back around as Hunter has no one home to pick it back up. There, Lenahan throws a man to the boards. 24 takes a shot as Menor enters back in. Now here it's up. Mayhew looking to Lenahan. He didn't know it was coming for him with 10-10 left to go in the third and final period. We're going to get a face-off all the way on the Red Raider side of the ice. So in this battle for bronze, Shaker still up by 1. Last season, these two teams played in the same exact position. In that third place game, last year it was tied at 2-2. They couldn't go to overtime since they had a game that they had scheduled right after here at the J.M. Bartley Arena, so nothing could occur after regulation. And there, Arth trying to dump it into the zone off the glass. But instead it goes up and into the netting. The referee will pick up the same puck as a fan retrieves it all the way down to the right side of your camera in the stands. Here's Juan off the draw, sending it in for Salmon to chase 24. 24 has puck possession, wrapping it around the boards to 10. 10 turns it right over to Juan. He's poke check out to the neutral zone. It goes. Benincasa dumps it right back. 9:30 left to go in regulation time. It's still a 1-goal game as Shaker has only scored 1 goal in this game. Menor has scored nothing. Here's a centering pass over to Arth. Here's a second chance as Benincasa tried a shot, but instead it goes awry and over to that right side. Menor takes it the other way. It's back on Benincasa's stick into the neutral zone. It's with Menor. Now we get a roughing. Finally, a Cardinal will take a penalty. $9:12 left to go in period number 3. It was Joey Mackey to take the roughing penalty for Menor. And now Shaker has a chance to double their lead. It'll be a much larger cushion. Rebound chance. Brokaw was not able to get a shot away. Looking for a shorthanded chance. It's Andrews. Centering it over. That's a shorthanded goal on Menor. They tie it up at 1 apiece. Lovely shorthanded setup. It was assisted by number 8, Andrews. It was number 27, Rowan Jakubka, to bury it. And they could not score once on the power play, but they could bury it on the penalty kill, I suppose. And Menor ties this one up at 1 apiece with 9 left to go in the third. Again, we're not sure any overtime will occur in this third place game. If regulation time ends with a tie, however, we sure as heck hope that we will go to some sort of extra time on the clock. Shaker's still on the power play. Menor clears it all the way out. Michael Better coming out of his crease to leave it for Quentin Garnett. Skating behind his net, he'll lead the charge. Over on that right wing, moving it up. He's poke checked. Menor takes it right back where it came from. 1:10 left to go on Mackey's penalty. Gerber holds on to it as he struggled to keep the puck on his stick. Garnett moves it up. Cross ice, we go to Brokaw. Brokaw skating on that right wing. Will he rip a shot? Not yet. Now he takes one, and it's blocked by 24 out in front. Now here's a chance. Looking for a rebound chance. Can anyone bury it? It's still loose. We finally get a whistle. 8 minutes to go. 48 seconds left to go on Mackey's penalty. And yeah, 8 minutes left to go in regulation. What an intense final period, as Menor just moments ago tied it up. Mackey still in the sin bin for 48 seconds. What can Shaker do in the second half of their power play? Kalergis going to keep it inside. Oh, he can't keep it inside of the blue line. And now here's a rush the other way. It's 14. He's got a chance for a shot, and it's tipped up and into the netting. Good back check by Kiltz to get in the way. And he shakes his head as his team has really been struggling on the power play. Granted, this is their first power play, but it's just not looking good. They give up one short-handed chance. And just like that, it's tied at 1. Here, Richards sends it up to Arth. It's right off of his stick and back into the Red Raider zone. It's Kalergis behind the net of Michael Better. He'll drop it off to his co-defenseman, Cole. Richard to Colin Arth, freshman to freshman. Poke check ends the threat, and now Kalergis under pressure by Andrews. He had the assist on that goal by number 27. 9 seconds left to go. Shaker needs to move it forward quickly if they want one more chance on a power play. Richard falls down to the ice and up against the boards as Menor dumps it down. That will conclude the power play chance for Shaker. They give up one shorthanded goal for Menor, and that ends up tying it up at 1-1. Here's a bad defensive turnover given up. Shaker just needs to clear. It's in front of the crease of Michael Better. And eventually kicking it away from danger was Kiltz. Ian Hunter wants to clear, and the referee takes down a Red Raider player in the name of defending himself. Luckily, everyone's okay. And along the boards, who can get it out? Finally, it's Kalergis dumping it down. This is going to be an icing for sure, but Shaker just needs these changes. And we will get line number 1 of offense, and on defense, we're going to get Benincasa and Quentin Garnett. What an intense past couple of minutes. We're back to even strength. 5-on-5 ice hockey is what is now in front of you. Here it's Sammy Gerber on the left wing. He goes cross-ice to Will Brokaw. Here's a chance, looking for a center. Or actually, he was looking for a shot, and it went wide. Brokaw behind the net. He wins puck possession, but he can't find any way to center it. Up to the point, it goes to Quentin Garnett. He sends it back behind the net for one of the Cardinals to take. The clear will be successful as in the neutral zone. Benincasa is held up against the boards. Menor has it the other way. One goal from either side could determine the winner of this game and the third place finalist of this tournament. Here Mayhew all the way up the ice. He finds Gerber. Gerber sends it all the way to Brokaw. It's off the boards. It was out of his reach. Just nothing he could do about that. And now we're back to Richard. Richard with Kalergis. That's the defensive pair at the moment. The assistant captain junior, or excuse me, the assistant captain senior and the freshman. Here's a good poke check. Does Lenahan have a good shot? He does not. Can he keep it inside the blue line? Kiltz and Lenahan just barely able to keep it in, but eventually it's poked back out. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the third period of play. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We are looking at a close game all the way through this one. The largest deficit we've had is a singular goal. Menor just tied it up at 1 apiece moments ago off the short-handed chance. Here's Lenahan moving it forward. He's against 4 Cardinals, so he's going to hold up. See if anyone joins him. Kiltz will. He's got no way to take a shot. And Garnett can't keep it inside the blue line. We skate all the way back to the... Be hit by the stick, and it goes to Mayhew. Here's a center. Brokaw looks for a shot. No secondary shot will be made. Menor not able to clear it out just yet. Mayhew keeps it in with Garnett, and now off the second effort, they will now get it into the Red Raider zone. We sincerely apologize that we could not cover that last goal for the Red Raiders. Here's a dump by Sammy Gerber. The one to chase it is Ryan Lenahan, the big body of number 26. For the moment, Joey Moore is back out off of his 10-minute misconduct. Now we get an unsportsmanlike conduct on one of the Menor players. It was number 5, and at the moment he's all smiles, but he really takes up 2/3 of the rest of the clock off of that penalty. Granted, Menor did score only on their shorthanded chance. Here's to Brokaw along the blue line. He works himself in. And a good save by Wilkinson, the goaltender for Menor. He's the man in gray and red. Here's a shot. Secondary chance, and that won't get to the net. Oh, big hit behind the net. My goodness, with the way the referees has been calling hits, I'm surprised that did not end up a penalty. And now that one ends up out of play as it hits up into the ceiling. 2:41 left to go in period number 3. 1:31 left on number 5's penalty. Number 5, that is Will Norris, and he really is costing his team at this moment in time. There's the puck drop. It goes to Gerber. Gerber can't keep it with him. It'll escape the zone off the poke check. Brokaw whiffs on one pass. That was dangerous. It would have gone to Andrews, who is in the Red Raider defensive zone. Now it's with Lenahan. Moving backhand to forehand. That pass, he was looking for more. Moore didn't know it was coming his way. Now Garnett along the boards. He'll send it to Joey Moore. Looking over that left wing. And off the boards, it goes right to the goaltender, Wilkinson. He will throw the leather down on the ice and await a whistle. 1:01 left to go on Norris's penalty. 2:07 left to go in period 3. Again, we really apologize for the fact we could not cover that third goal of the game and the goal that really dictates the outcome of this one. Shaker is now leading 2-1 up against the Menor Cardinals. Here's number 8, Andrews, taken down to the ice, and I think they're going to call this one a trip. Or a hooking is what they are going to rule it. And Ian Hunter is frustrated as he bangs his stick into the door of the box. That's his second of the day.
Shaker penalty to number 2, Ian Hunter.
So that'll make it 4-on-4 ice hockey. And then a little bit of power play time for Menor. So now Menor's got a chance. We'll see what they do. 1:48 left to go. We got a whistle as Michael Better had to cover it up off the draw. Gerber's taking the face-off against number 14 of Menor. He will lose it, but he'll take it right off the draw anyway. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Will Brokaw's working with Sammy Gerber. He'll center over to Sammy Gerber. He couldn't get a shot away. Will Brokaw working with it in the offensive zone. He'll get it to the point. Kalergis. Point to point we go. Garnett rips a shot. Good blocker save by Wilkinson. Back to Brokaw. Brokaw looking to get it to the point. Nothing doing. Now here's a rush the other way. It's a 2-on-2. 14 moving it forward. Here's a shot. Saved by Michael Better. .117 left to go in the third period of action. Shaker leads by 1. It's 2-1, your score. And now a timeout taken by Shaker. So you know what that means. We're going to take a very brief break. Shaker's up by 1. Again, we're very sorry we could not cover the last goal that occurred to have Shaker take the lead. Our connection here at the arena just gave up on us when it was needed most. And so Norris still has 11 seconds on his penalty. Ian Hunter has 1:24. And you know what? We're not going to take a break. A minute 17 left to go in the third period of play. Both these two teams played in this third place game last season in this tournament. It was a 2-2 final. No overtime was allowed, as there was a game that took place right after, and the ice needed to get ready for that. So Shaker taking this penalty. And the goalie for Menor really isn't listening, if you can see it on the right of your screen. Wilkinson was just hanging around, just laying down almost along the boards. He's the lone goaltender available for Menor, so if he suffers any sort of injury of sorts, he must remain in there, and if not, I mean, it's going to be a brutal outcome for Menor. So Shaker comes out of the timeout with the first line of offense. Or excuse me, I forgot it was 4-on-4. On offense is going to be Will Brocon. It's going to be Sammy Gerber. On defense, Kalergis. And the captain, Quentin Garnett. Off the face-off. Can Shaker clear it? Yes, they can. All the way down the ice we go. And that is an icing. 5 seconds left to go on Norris's penalty. Ian Hunter still with 1:18 left to go in his 2-minute minor. He was called on the hooking, and that's his second minor of the day. Here comes 26 on the rush. We've got a minute left to go. 26 working around the defenseman, number 17, nothing can do. Surprised Menor has not pulled their goalie yet, but granted they do have a power play for the remainder of this game. So far, no power play goals have been scored, no even strength goals have been scored. Here's a centering pass, nothing doing. Can they take it the other way? Sammy Gerber trying to clear it and in the neutral zone. Will Brokaw going to maintain control of it. Andrews takes it back from him. 25 seconds left to go in the final period. Andrews will move it forward. Number 8 looking for a shot. Good poke check by Sammy Gerber. Now here's the centering pass over to the slot. Just keeping it in was number 24. Does he have a centering pass? He does not. Now he tries to center to Andrews. That hits off a skate, and it goes to the neutral zone. 5 seconds left to go. Menor dumps it down. Do they have one last shot left? No. Sammy Gerber dumps it down once again. That concludes this one. It may not have been pretty, but Shaker takes the W with a late goal in period number 3. So some final stats for you. Shaker loses the face-off totals 29-18. They also lost just about all the others too. In shots, they lost 37-25. Shots on goal 28-20. The total in which they lost. And that mainly comes from the 18 minutes of penalties from the Red Raiders, 2 majors and multiple minors, also a 10-minute misconduct from Joey Moore. It was a very, very ugly win from the Raiders, but a win it was. Your Raiders secure 3rd place in the Thornton Park High School Varsity Hockey Tournament. The winner of this tournament was Rocky River, who Shaker lost to yesterday. The runner-up of this tournament was Bowling Green. Thank you very much for tuning in. Next weekend, on Friday the 15th, we will see you at the Padua tournament, I do believe, in OBM Arena. If you know OBM Arena, you know that is the cold ice arena. Shaker participates in 3 different events throughout the hockey season. That is in the Padua Holiday Tournament, that is in the Walsh Greg Shoup Memorial Tournament, and that is in the Cleveland Cup at the very end of the year for the GLHL. But this is where we begin our run at the OBM Arena next weekend. We will see you there. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Till next time.